Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out your credit card company just doubled your limit. Would that feel like freedom or a trap? Here's the twist. A higher credit limit can boost your credit score, make borrowing cheaper, and give you more flexibility in emergencies. But only if you know how to ask for it the right way. And that's exactly what we're going to cover today. By the end of this video, you'll know the hacks that actually work for increasing your credit limit. And wait until you hear the sneaky trick most people never use that could get you approved faster than you think. Let's dive in. Number 1. Understand why a higher credit limit matters. Your credit limit is like the ceiling of your spending power. But here's the secret. Credit scoring models look at something called your credit utilization. That's just a fancy way of saying how much of your available credit you're using. If your limit is $1,000 and you spend $500, you're at 50% utilization. That's not great. Experts recommend keeping it under 30%. Now imagine your limit doubles to $2,000 and you still only spend $500. Suddenly, your utilization drops to 25%. Boom. Your score improves without you doing anything. Different. Example. If Sarah has 2 cards with $1,000 each and she always spends about $600 total, her utilization is 30%. But if she gets her limit raised to $3,000 combined, her utilization drops to 20%. That can mean the difference between good credit and excellent credit. Number 2. Ask at the right time. Timing is everything. If you just opened a card yesterday, asking for a limit increase today won't fly. Credit card companies want to see that you've built a relationship first. Usually, waiting at least 6 months is a good rule. But here's a powerful hack. Ask for a credit limit increase right after you've had a raise at work or when your income is higher. Lenders love seeing that you can afford more credit. Example. John works a job paying $40,000 a year. He gets a raise to $48,000. That's the perfect time to call his card company and say, "My income has increased. I'd like to request a credit limit increase." He's far more likely to get approved than if he asks after missing a payment. Number 3. Always pay on time. This one sounds obvious, but it's the backbone of everything. If you've missed payments, asking for a higher limit is like asking for a bigger loan after bouncing a check. Lenders just won't trust you. Consistent, on-time payments show responsibility. The longer your history of reliability, the stronger your case. Example. Maria had a card for 8 months and never missed a due date. When she asked for an increase, her bank instantly approved her from $1,500 to $3,000. Why? Trust. Number 4. Keep your credit utilization low before asking. Remember, utilization from earlier? Well, if you want a higher limit, don't max out your card and then ask for more credit. That's like walking into a bank with a shopping cart full of debt and asking them to lend you more. A better hack is to pay down your balance first. Show your lender that you're responsible and not desperate. Example. Kevin has a $2,000 limit but owes $1,800. If he asks for an increase, it looks risky, but if he pays it down to $200 and then asks, his chances shoot up. Number 5. Use the automatic review system. Some credit card companies review accounts every 6 to 12 months automatically. They might raise your limit without you asking. If you've been a good customer, hack. Call customer service and ask if your account is eligible for an automatic review. Sometimes they'll flag your account for an increase just because you asked. Example. Lisa never asked for a limit increase. But after a year of consistent use and on-time payments, her card issuer doubled her limit on its own. Free upgrade. Number 6. Be strategic with your request. Here's a secret. Don't just ask for a little more. If you want your limit increased, ask for more than you expect to get. That way, even if they counter, you still win. Example. If your limit is $2,000 and you want $3,000, ask for $4,000. They might not give you $4,000, but they could land in the middle and approve you for $3,000. Number 7. Know when a hard pull happens. Some issuers do a soft inquiry, which doesn't affect your credit score, but others do a hard inquiry, which can lower your score a few points. Always ask before requesting. Hack. If you're shopping for a mortgage soon, don't request a limit increase until after you've locked your rate. Protect your score when it matters most. Number 8. Show your income and stability. Card issuers care about risk. The more stable your financial picture looks, the more credit they're willing to give. Keep your account info updated, especially your income. Example, Mark opened his card when he was a student making $12 per hour. Now he has a full-time job making $60,000 a year, but his card issuer still thinks he makes $12 an hour. Updating his income gave him a $5,000 increase in days. Number 9. Spread your usage smartly. If you have multiple cards, don't max out one and leave the others empty. Spread your spending across them. Lenders like seeing balanced usage. Example, Emily has 2 cards, one with a $1,000 limit and one with $2,000. Instead of putting all $900 on the first card, she spreads $300 on one and $600 on the other. Her utilization looks healthier, and she builds trust with both banks. Number 10. Use your card regularly. If you want a higher limit, prove you actually use the card. Issuers don't want to raise limits for accounts that sit in a drawer. Hack. Even small purchases help. Put your Netflix or Spotify bill on your card and pay it off monthly. This shows consistent, responsible usage. Example, Sam only used his card twice a year. When he asked for an increase, they said no. But his friend Anna used her card every month for groceries and gas, and she got a yes. Number 11. Leverage competition. Between banks. Banks don't want to lose you. If you have multiple cards, you can sometimes use that to your advantage. Example, Tom told his credit card company, "Another bank just offered me a card with a higher limit. Can you match it?" Suddenly, his bank raised his limit because they didn't want him shifting his spending. Number 12. Watch out for common mistakes. Some people make the mistake of asking for an increase right after missing a payment or when their credit report shows high debt. Another mistake is asking too often. If you get denied, wait a few months before trying again. Example, Sarah asked 3 times in 1 month after getting denied. That made her look desperate, but when she waited, paid her balances down, and tried again 6 months later, she got approved. Number 13. The sneaky trick most people don't know. Here's the one I promised earlier. Some issuers let you move limits between cards. So if you have 2 cards with the same bank, one at $1,000 and one at $5,000, you can sometimes shift $2,000 from one to the other. This instantly gives you a higher limit on the card you want, without applying for new credit. Example, Jake had 2 cards with the same bank. He rarely used the $5,000 one, but his $1,000 one kept maxing out. He called and shifted $2,000 over. Suddenly, his favorite card had a $3,000 limit. Number 14. Know when not to ask. Sometimes, keeping your limit the same is smarter. If you struggle with overspending, a bigger limit might tempt you into debt. Remember, the goal is to build credit, not dig a hole. Example, Rachel already struggled with maxing out her card. Her bank offered her an increase, but she declined until she built better spending habits. That saved her from falling deeper into debt. Number 15. Ask during an account anniversary. Many credit card companies give account reviews around your card's anniversary date. This is when they check if you qualify for perks or increases. Example, Ben had his card for 1 full year. When he called to ask for an increase right around his anniversary date, his issuer told him it was perfect timing because they were already reviewing his account. He got approved without extra hassle. Number 16. Highlight your loyalty. If you've been with a bank for years, use that to your advantage. Long-term customers are more valuable to banks because they're less likely to close accounts. Example, Dana reminded her bank that she'd been a customer for over 7 years and had multiple accounts with them. The rep quickly approved her request for a bigger limit, partly because of her loyalty. Number 17. Use seasonal opportunities, holidays. And shopping seasons are times when banks want you to spend more. Around those times, some issuers are more open to giving limit increases because they expect higher spending. Example, around the holiday season, Carlos asked for a limit increase. His issuer approved it instantly, knowing he'd likely be swiping more during that period. Number 18. Ask after paying off a large debt. If you've recently paid down a big balance, that shows responsibility and financial improvement. Use that momentum when asking for more credit. Example, Jenny paid off her $2,000 balance in full. A week later, she asked for an increase and her issuer approved her for an extra $1,500. Number 19. Show multiple sources of income. If you have side hustles or freelance work, don't forget to mention them. Banks care about total income, not just your main job. Example: Mike had a full-time job making $45,000 a year, plus part-time freelance income of $10,000. When he updated his income to reflect both, his limit jumped by $2,000. Number 20. Use online request portals. Some issuers let you request a limit increase directly through their website or app. The advantage: automated systems sometimes approve instantly, without human hesitation. Example: Sarah logged into her card app, clicked Request Increase, filled out her income, and within 60 seconds her limit was doubled. Number 21. Build your relationship with the bank. If your credit card is linked to your checking or savings account, banks see the bigger picture of your finances. The stronger your overall relationship, the easier it is to get a yes. Example: Alex had his credit card with one bank, but moved his checking account there too. Within months, his card issuer increased his limit after seeing his full financial activity. Number 22. Watch your credit report for errors. Sometimes, wrong information on your credit report can hold you back. Fixing errors before you request an increase gives you a better chance. Example: Olivia noticed her credit report wrongly showed a missed payment. She disputed it, got it removed, and then asked for a limit increase. With her report clean, she got approved. Number 23. Use travel or business spending as leverage. If you frequently spend on travel or business expenses, let your issuer know. They often raise limits for customers who bring in high transaction volume. Example: Steve put his work travel on his personal card and racked up consistent monthly spending. When he explained this to his issuer, they raised his limit so he could handle larger trips. Number 24. Let your credit age work for you. The older your credit history, the more lenders trust you. If your account is at least 1 to 2 years old with no major issues, that history alone can justify a bigger limit. Example: Nicole had her card for 2 years with steady use. She pointed this out when asking for a higher limit, and her issuer rewarded her with a $4,000 increase. Number 25. Use balance transfers wisely. If you successfully pay off a balance transfer on time, that shows discipline. After completing one, it can be a great moment to ask for an increase. Example: Ryan transferred $1,500 to his card at a 0% promo rate and paid it off before the deadline. His issuer was impressed and gave him a higher limit afterward. Number 26. Be polite and confident on the call. When you speak with a customer service rep, your tone matters. A polite, confident request makes it easier for them to want to help you. Example: Lisa simply said, "I've been managing my account responsibly, and I'd like to request a higher limit." Her calm, professional tone set the right mood, and the rep approved her request. You've now learned the hacks that really work for credit limit increases. From timing your request to using sneaky tricks like shifting limits, you've got a full playbook. The real question is, will you use these hacks to boost your credit score and make life easier, or will you let your limit stay stuck where it is? Tell me in the comments, which of these hacks are you going to try first?